Hello everybody, and welcome back to the SKM OKJ World Finals. Today we're here for our second and last day, and today we'll be going through our last night's qualifier, pre-final, and of course our main final. So today, unfortunately, you're only here with me, as my co-commentator Austin, he's unavailable as something's come up today. However, I will still be here to bring you all of the action, which will hopefully be a lovely, good day of racing. Anyway, join me here for the pre-final right now, of course, with everyone just getting to the grid. Last preparations, everyone's ready. It's been a short 10-minute practice, and we should hopefully be ready to go racing soon. Of course, we do, as usual, have the gridding up process. That's always a fun one to watch. Always nice and easy, isn't it? However, we are currently watching our man who will be on pole, Kingston Himes, edging the cut forward a little bit there. There we go. And away he goes, pulling up to his number one grid spot. For those of you joining us for the first time tonight, due to our KRP works, currently have no way to manually adjust grid spots. So what we do is we just get everyone ready on the start and then tell certain people to go up to the grid first. However, these are our first two. Our front row, we have Kingston Himes and Rain Wallace. Oh, there goes off. I think that is our third place driver of Leighton Kelly in the background. Shortly followed by Matthias Glover. Kingston Himes yesterday had quite a bit of pace. However, the luck was not on his side as he got taken out a couple of times. Similar thing with Rain Wallace and Jack Pullen, who's just pulling in there. Same with Aaron Weeder, who comes in 5th. Jack Pullen in 6th there, and you'll notice we currently have a very varied top 6 here. We have 2 AB performance carts, 1 Esmeo, and 2 7Ls. And then pulling into our 7th and 8th spots, we have Emilio Lopez and Rafael Aronin. Okay, everyone. Hello. Apologies. Apparently my mic didn't unmute. Well, hello. Welcome back to the SKM KRP World Finals in OKJ. Here at Portimao. We're about to be led off for the start of our last chance qualifier by Kingston Himes and Rain Wallace. And away we go. Great start for Rain Wallace. Not so good for Kingston Himes. Rain Wallace leads us away, coming through our first corner. Nice and, well, cleaner in the background there as someone flies off the track. Oh, it's all gone wrong behind us. That's over half the grid. That's going to be a full course yellow, I believe. We'll see. We will see. Oh, Leighton Kelly, he started third. Not great for him. Tyus Glover, however, making his way through. He remains behind the grid in third. Behind him, we have Bryce Stevens in fourth. Oh, yeah, I think this is another go around. Steward's not happy with that start. Well, nor would I. But, oh, Kingston Himes, 1 lap down. I think he cut the track to be able, in order to get back in front where he should be. Oh, no, full course yellow. Apologies. Well, Kingston Himes in third there. Not the ideal start he wanted, but still not terrible. And then in second there, I believe we have Aaron Weeder. A little bit of Constantina there. And I think Rain Wallace will lead us away. See Aaron Weeder with his hand over his radiator, just trying to keep the temps up. Rain Wallace really slowing down the grid here. Let's see, can we go for another clean getaway? As the lights go green, he takes everyone by surprise and he pulls away very well there from Rain Wallace. Aaron Weeder with a great start as well. Still hand over the radiator and Kingston Himes holding it in third. Jack Pullen there in fourth. Also holding his own there. Oh, couple off there. Not too bad. No major incidents as everyone keeps on going if you look at the track map. Let's look like, oh, that's someone missing their front bumper. I believe that is, oh, and off they go. That's a 2-8 of John McLennan. Oh, and there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 retirements. Oh dear. That's not what you want. Oh, Milan Marczak there firing off. Who was that? The 2-5-8 of Emilio Lopez. Not what he wanted either. And let's go back to our front group as Rain Wallace kind of getting swamped there. He's been overtaken by Kingston Himes already and getting further swamped there by Jack Pullen as Aaron Weeder takes away in our lead. Let's see if these front four, let's see if these, well, these three can do anything to catch up to Aaron Weeder, or are they going to battle? Now, just thought I should say the top 4 in this race make their way through. So, if they were smart, never mind, Jack Pullen immediately goes off. That might be his chances over. As Rain Wallace there, I think Jack Pullen went a little bit slow and Rain Wallace just shoved him a little bit. That's a shame as Rafael Eronen also off there. Jack Pullen has retired. There we go. Jack Pullen's out. That's his chances over as Aaron Weeder flying. I believe, if I'm right, Aaron Weeder was one of our top qualifiers as well. He's really had a shocker. And he's flying away. You can see he's one of our top qualifiers. 2.3 away already. Carl Grissom 2 crew having a bit of a nightmare as well. Oh, Kingston Himes goes off. Oh, that's not what he wanted at all. He's going to need to push to make his way back up there. As Rain Wallace again. No, he was around middle of the pack if I'm correct. Carl Kristen 2 crew backing us up there in third with Bryce Stevens in fourth. Remember, these top 4 will go through. However, Carl Kristen 2 crew is missing a side pod. That might be a technical infringement, disqualifying him from the race, but can't count him out yet. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Bryce Stevens goes through. That might be another position loss for Carl Chris and Tuku. Let's see if Kingston Himes can capitalise on that. Tuku's now got some cold and dirty tyres. Let's see what is Himes going to pull out the bag. Will he make his way into that main final? Apologies for the noise there, everyone. Just moving my mic. Just adjusting it. Trying to get better sound quality for you guys. Himes there seems to go a little bit too tight there. He's just lost a bunch of time to Chris and Tuku. That's not what he wanted. Whoa! Bryce Stevens off into the tyre wall. He's out. No front bumper. That's it. Bryce Stevens has retired. That promotes Kingston Himes back up there into fourth. And assuming nothing goes wrong, I don't want to commentate curse him, but assuming nothing goes wrong now, he should be through into our final, following Chris and Tuku still. It's Aaron Weeder there, pulling away in the lead. 2.7 now is the gap to Rain Wallace, who's got half a second there to Carl Chris and Tuku, who is catching, or at least trying to, not catching like that. However, if you're going to lose the rear, well, that's not how you win a race. Again, I've already said it once, but if they were smart, they would all just remain in this order. There's no need to make risky moves here, especially when the top four go through. If we go back here, we can see Logan Zizek battling with, I believe it's Kevin Berglund. Yes, Kevin. No, the 278 Layden Kelly. Apologies for that one. Let's see. Can Logan Zizek make it through? He's asked for a little bit more commentator glaze, so very quick. Never mind, not quick enough. You've just lost it there, Logan. It's not what you wanted to do, was it? Yeah. I mean, currently, if you can make this move, Logan, then you're up through to the final. As, yep, sorry about that. Sorry, yeah, Bryce Stevens retired, obviously. So the battle for the last spot is... No, it's not, because Kingston Himes up there. That's the issue with timing in this game. It's hard to figure out. This is for... Well, this is for the spot before the final. Shame for these two, as both of them have actually had a fair bit of pace today. And yesterday. But, oh, little bit too slow there for Logan. Just tapping the behind of Kelly. But he holds it. As there is... Rain Wallace has been overtaken by Kingston Himes, but again, what are they doing? If they just keep it clean, they're through. Chris and Tuku there giving the old hand signal. Let's work together, just go forward. I'd have to agree with him. No need to battle here. As Wallace, despite nearly spinning out, is a much better corner than Himes, who just goes way too wide, just scrubs off as all of his speed. Again, you can see all the rubber being laid down on the track by these drivers. They are really pushing it as hard as they can, and this is only the LCQ. See, oh, Wallace makes a move on Himes. Very nicely done. A little bit of contact, but that's okay. Himes did shut the door on him a little bit there through the corner, but as long as they all kept it on track, it's not too bad. Again, in my opinion, I wouldn't have gone for that move, even though it is the last lap. It's not for position, because it is for position, but it's not worth it when you're in the LCQ. Oh, Layden Kelly there going a little bit defensive, just bashing Zizek out the way there. Let's see, can Zizek send a move back? I almost seem doubtful about that. But now Himes really closing in there. Let's see, is he going to make a move on Wallace? However, Aaron Weeder comes around to win our LCQ. Very well done there, beautifully controlled. No one else came close. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Rain Wallace and Layden Kelly there. But All's okay. All is sorry. Kingston Himes, not Leighton Kelly. Leighton Kelly there comes across the line in 5th. Logan Zizek, oh, taking that there on the in lap. Comes in 6th. Miller Martzak 7th. Matthias Glover 8th. Emilio Lopez 9th. Raphael Aaron in 10th. And Kevin Berglund 11th. Whoa! That was a hard hit. John McLennan retiring there on that last lap as well. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 retirements. Shame there for Leighton Kelly, Logan Zizek, as despite what the timing says, they're not through. Well, despite what the time says for Leighton Kelly, it's not through. Kingston Himes is in theory, assuming the timing is corrected. That was a very good race, however. As we should now be heading into our pre-final. Sorry, that took me so long to get out. Don't happen there, just kind of blanked out. It happens, it happens. Now all we can do is wait. There will, of course, be protests put in where the stewards will have to go over them and make sure everything's okay. So in the meanwhile, I think we're just gonna have to wait, and I might see if we can grab a quick interview with our winner there, Aaron Weeder. So I'll go into interval and I'll see everyone in a moment. Hello buddy, welcome back to the SKM OKJ World Finals. I'm Ruben Mamlock and we're now here with our pre-final. Just to quickly update you all on our last chance qualifier. In interesting news, our man in, I'm going to say third, I think it was third, Rain Wallace, received a 3-place penalty due to an avoidable contact at the beginning of the race with Jack Pullen. Therefore, Leighton Kelly has been promoted into our main final and will be racing. However, we're not focused on the main final anymore, on the LCQ anymore, pardon me. We're now focused on the final. And on our front row, we have Alex O'Grady with Kai Newman placing his kart into second, which means we have a 7L performance 1, 2, 3. With Leon Rollett bringing it up in third. Apologies, I forgot to say that. In fourth, we have Lucas Fredden in the... Apologies for getting this wrong. The Switchback esports car. In fifth, we have Griffin Himwaset, who did look very strong in the final in the heat yesterday, and I think smart money could be placed on him to win. Then we have Aaron Bourbano in sixth, Temo Koopmans in seventh, Alphonse Kivy in eighth. Money on him as well, last year's champion. You never know. He's really... we all know he's got it in him. He is a very accomplished driver. Then 9th we have Max Mason, 10th Martin Rystad, 11th Jake Flewitt, 12th Oscar Paulsberg, 13th Leo Larson, 14th Mansloof, 15th Julius Carlson, 16th Anton Carlander, 17th Frederick Ravenkild, 18th Liam Gill, 19th Leo Steed, 20th Morgan Cooney, 21st Aaron Weeder, moving up from our pre-final. 22nd Carl Christen, 23rd Kingston Himes, and far last but not least, 24th Leighton Kelly. Those last 4 names all moving up from our pre-final. Last chance qualifier. Wow, my words getting mixed up today. However, O'Grady and Kai Newman will now lead us away for the start of our pre-final, not LCQ. And over the yellow line, and away we go. Good start here from Alex O'Grady. Wow, the frames are bad. Amazing start from Alex O'Grady. Kai Newman with an alright start. That's someone spinning out in the back there. That's most of the grid spinning out there. That's going to be a full course yellow, I reckon. Yep, hand up immediately, full course yellow. However, 7L Performance still do have a 1, 2, 3 with Alex O'Grady. I believe that is Leon Rollett and Kai Newman. With Leon Rollett and Kai Newman have a little driver switch up there. In fourth, however, we have... Oh no, Timo Koopman's in the wall. I'm not sure. Oh my. Absolute chaos here, everyone. There we go with the 297. Julius Carlson, and a brilliant start for him. That is the thing of dreams, that. He started in 15th and he's up into 4th. And then in 5th, let me have a quick look at that number. Let's see, can I spot it in the background there? Yes, we have the 274 of Mansloof, who started 14th. Both of those drivers having amazing starts. Oh, now that's those 3 who we saw stuck in the catch fence. Griffin Himwaset, Tim Koopmans, Aaron Bourbano, and Max Mason. All of them have retired, unfortunately. But away we go. Brilliant start from Alex O'Grady, just pulling away from everyone. 5/10 already. Just caught everyone off guard. Leon Rollett also with a good start, and Kai Newman following. Julius Carlson on the back of Kai Newman. I think his best shot of keeping it up there is going to be just pile the pressure on. And there we go. Immediately, like I said, move there on Kai Newman. Beautifully done there for Julius Carlson. Let's see, can he hold it? Yes, he can. Slots in right behind Leon Rollet. Beautifully done move that was. And then, oh, gets a little bit wriggly, and Kai Newman gets taken out. Julius Carlson, that's great for him. He'll now be following Leon Rollet through the pack. Let's see, that would be Mans Loof in 4th, with Kai Newman really having a bad time there. I think getting spun out. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, you can see he's also got dirt on his tyres. He's got nearly full lock there through there. That's not what he wanted at all. But Julius Carlson has pulled into 3rd. That's a very much a shock result for him, especially considering he started 15th in this final, and he's now got a 2-second gap more or less, with Martin Reistad backing him up into 4th. Freddie Ravenkill will be looking to make his way up as well, as he's in 5th, right behind Martin Reistad, both of whom are accomplished drivers, also very quick. Mans Aloof having an alright start in 6th. Alright restart. He's now in 6th. With Kingston Himes making his way up from the pre-final already into 7th, making his move into 6th. Beautifully done there, a little bit slidey. Let's see. Mans Loof getting him back on the exit. That was very well done there from Loof. And let's have a look. Is Himes going to send any more moves, or is he going to keep it nice and clean? Immediately goes back in. Beautifully done there. Couldn't have asked for a cleaner move from him, I don't think. That was beautiful, that. As we now pull on to the last corner onto the back straight. Look at that little run off onto the green. Lovely stuff there. Carl Chris and 2 crew now one of our LCQ runners, and he immediately makes the move there on Mans Loof. Another beautiful move. Carl Chris and 2 crew very quick, like I said. I expected him to be up there, and he has he's immediately proving his worth. And let's have a look at Julius Carlson with a 2-second gap. He's only a second off Leon Rollet. Now Leon Rollet is pulling away. I expected this, however. Leon Rollet, Axe O'Grady, 2 very accomplished, very quick drivers. I wouldn't have expected them to have hung around for long. Let's see, can Julius Carlson hold it back now? Go on to our 5th lap of the race. 5th racing lap of the race. I understand it says 6th lap there. We don't count that first lap. Ignore that one. But if we have a little further back, Martin Reistad now still holding off Ravenkill. I think he'll keep on doing that for a little bit. As Kingston Himes, again, who had a great performance yesterday, just got taken out a lot. As he backs them up, I think he'll be looking to make a move immediately. As I say that, he does on Frederick Ravenkill. Beautiful move there. He's really working his way up the order. Really clean moves. There's been very little contact from him. He clearly knows his way around this track. And let's see, can he make his way up into 4th, as our 4th, 5th and 6th drivers are catching up with Julius Carlson. I think he's going to be worried here, but you can see he's pushing as hard as he can. And considering where he started, he's really not doing bad. Yeah, look, he's a little bit choppy there, whereas those behind him are a little bit cleaner on the steering wheel. And let's see. Starts going a little bit defensive now, you can see it. Oh, Reistad with a beautiful move. Only a little bit of contact. That was inevitable, I think, with a move that late. But it was still quite clean. I think you should be happy with that. Kingston Himes also makes the move there on Reistad, taking advantage of him, as that puts Himes up into 3rd. Julius Carlson only falls down to 5th. That's still very respectable, especially in this field. It's how competitive it is. That's not what Himes wanted there, though. Touching that grass is a death sentence. Let's see. He's going to start going a little bit defensive now from Reistad. Reistad is very aggressive. He will keep piling on that pressure until he makes his way through. Look at that. The rear wheels jacking there. That's a lot of grip on these karts. Tell you one thing, Himes' car starting to look a little bit squirrely, very bouncy as well. That's not exactly what he wanted, as that will be slowing him down. Yeah, have a look there. Eddie just a little slight tap of the curb and just the car starts bouncing all over the place. That's not ideal. Beautiful performance there from Hines. Just easing it through the corners. You can see he's even starting to pull a little gap there from Rystad now. This is good racing from him, actually. Should be happy with what he's done here. They're even pulling away from the two behind. The race is really settling down now as we're heading into our last couple racing laps. Nice and clean, but behind, if I'm right there, Ravenkild had indeed taken Julius Carlson. Nice clean move there. I didn't see any contact behind, but that has let Carquis and Tuku get back in the battle. But Julius Carlson already piling the pressure back on. Let's see, is he going to make a move coming in to turn, I'm going to say 3? No, Tuku makes the move though on Julius Carlson. Let's see, is he going to go for a cheeky switchback? Looks for it, can't quite get it done. Tuku shuts the door on him. Let's see, Tuku now going to be working up towards Ravenkild. With Kai Noom behind. Tuku immediately makes the move there on Ravenkild. Beautiful move, a little bit of contact. That also allows Julius Carlson through. Let's see, is Carlson going to make the move there on Tuku now? Well, not so much is he, can he? Some beautiful, lovely, respectful driving here from these drivers. That's what you love to see with Himes and Rystad back now on our camera. They're both having a nice, very close battle. Not too much ding-dong ditching either. They're just nice and clean. See Himes there, hand up off the wheel, wiping his visor. That's just to get a little bit of the rubber off the screen, as that is a little weird quirk of the game. It does throw rubber up onto your visor. Now you can see Himes starting to go a little bit defensive here as we're heading into our last two laps now. With a Himes has a wow. Oh, right, a little bit squirrely on his rear bumper there. See, immediately makes the move. Beautifully done there from Rystad. Himes looking for the switchback. Let's see, can he get it done? Oh, that's the best executed switchback I think I've seen in a while. But that a little bit netcode there. Rystad didn't actually touch Himes, but Himes did get a little shaft behind. Not his fault, not Rystad's fault either. Game's netcode is notoriously bad. Let's see, Himes now pushing Rystad a little bit wide there in the defensive line. Let's see, is Himes trying to back Rystad into Tuku? Oh, Himes messes it up there, and he's off in the sand. He's out of this race. He's even stuck on the sand as well. That was bad there for him. Let's see, is he going to retire or is he going to be able to keep him going? If it was him, I'd just retire the car at this point. Not much you can do on our last lap. Let's see, what's the gap? Yep, Himes retired. That's an enormous shame for him. Wow. That is a gap and a half. That is over 5.5 seconds. But now let's go on board with our leader to see what he can do in this last lap of our pre-final. Look at the load on the rear of those carts in this last little last sector. especially how low the rear of the karts are as well in this setup with the high front. That's for taking the curves better. But here we go, across the last corner to win our pre-final. Great job there from Alex O'Grady as his teammate Leon Rullet comes through 2 seconds behind, choking the car. Martin Reistad comes through in third, 2 Crew fourth, Kai Newman fifth. Great for him, especially after he got taken out in the start. Ravenkilled sixth, Wheeler seventh, Hulsberg eighth, Mansloot ninth, Leo Larson 10th, Lucas Frayne 11th, Julius Carlson 12th. Massive shame for him. It appears he got taken out there. That is an enormous shame for him, especially as he was running in third at one point. Anton Carlander 13th, Morgan Cooney 14th. Oh, he is going to be disqualified. Cooney, you can't do that. Alphonse Kivy having an absolute nightmare of a race, finishing 15th. Leo Steve 14th. Anton Carlander 13th. Morgan, you haven't actually crossed the line yet. You're not done. Leighton Kelly now coming around on the last lap to finish the race in 16th. Morgan Cooney, buddy, still to cross the line. Yep, not actually crossed the line yet. Interesting. You can't do that, those people are still racing. However, I think that might be a cheeky disqualification after taking out people who haven't actually crossed, well, attempted to take out people who haven't actually crossed the line yet. Well, that was a very, very good pre-final there, I must say. It was nice, clean racing from everyone. And that hopefully leads us on well for our real final. And now I think we will head into a small interval as we just wait for all of our protests and penalties to be processed. In the meantime, I'll take a small break. Might get a game of Clash in or two, who knows. All depends. And I will see you guys in a minute. Hello everybody, welcome back to the live stream. I am actually here with the winner of our pre-final, Alex O'Grady. Hello Alex. Not bad, thank you. So how's that pre-final for you? Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I mean, like, you just cruised around the track there, really. It was relaxing almost, I'd say. I mean, yeah, I mean, you really can't complain with anything there. Were there any kind of team tactics there to try and pull away quickly at the start, or was it more just kind of every man for himself? Yeah. Oh my. You serious? Dear God. Bloody Discord. Try again. No, still not working, is it? This is why I hate Discord. One more time.
Hello?
There we go. Well, let's go again then. That's a shame. Well, hello Alex.
Hello, Ruben.
Well, last question again. How was that pre-final?
Yeah, it went very well. To win another race was quite nice. I think starting from pole is the best place to be around here because if you're, below P2, it's going to be very difficult to try and get through the start cleanly. Like so many people crash out at the start. So being on pole is just the ideal spot to be, and you can sort of control the race then from there onwards.
Yeah. So obviously starting on pole for the final. Um, are you kind of looking to take everyone by surprise with the start, or are you just going to try and pull away as quick as possible?
No, I'm not going to do anything too stupid or anything different. I'm just going to do what I've been doing all along. I know there's some fast people behind me, so I think it's going to be. It won't be as easy as the pre-final, I think. But yeah, I'll try my best, and hopefully, I can pull away and win the race.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, if you can replicate that pre-final, I think you'll be set.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, considering this got bugged out there, I guess I'll ask the question one more time. For the final, then I'll change it up a little bit. Will any team tactics be in play there to try and get as many members of the team as high as possible, or is it just going to be every man for himself?
Yeah, I think it's going to be every man for himself. Because obviously, Leon's the guy who's in my team that's starting nearest to me, but obviously I won't be communicating with him because he's running the whole show. So no, I don't think there will be any team tactics. It's going to be every man for himself. And yeah, I'm just going to focus on what's in my control to try and win the race.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, further congratulations then for winning that pre-final, and good luck for the final.
Thanks very much, mate.
I'll drag you back now.
Thank you.
Well, that was Alex O'Grady there. Apologies about the stream issues. That is Discord at its finest and OBS at its finest. But that was Alex O'Grady. So we should now soon be heading into our final, and unless anything happens from there, I will see you then. Welcome back, everybody. Wait, quickly speak, Leon.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay, hello everybody. Me and Leon are here, and we're just going to do a quick drive presentation for the final. This will be labelling out where everyone starts and who they are, and we'll be going from last to first. So, it's starting in 24th place for the final. We have Martin Reistad, who was very quick in that last race. However, due to a penalty right at the beginning, he has been put down to last, which is a massive shame for him. But judging by his speed previously, he can make it back up.
Yeah, then we move on. I think it's actually 23rd for Martin. We're moving on to 22nd. Jake Fluid from 7L Performance. Yeah, Jake is a very well-known driver in the KRP community. Very fast, one of the fastest throughout this whole event. Starting from P22, let's see what he can do. It's a very long final, and yeah, wish you the best.
And in 21st, then we have Max Mason. He's been pretty quiet this event. He's just been driving around fairly cleanly, not been causing too much chaos. So let's see if he can work his way up. I think he will do, as the whole field here really are nearly, I think all of them honestly have a chance to win it. Would you agree with that one?
Definitely. Max Mason was quite up there actually for the entirety of the heats. So let's see what he can do. Starting P20 is actually, I would call him an underdog. Aaron Bourbano, very fast kid. I think he was P6 after the overall standings. He's also the team manager of AB competition. So let's see what he can do. Pace is definitely there.
Yes, and then in 19th, 19th, we have Griffin Hinwaset. Incredibly quick driver for 7L Performance again. He definitely has a chance to win this. He's just been very unlucky all day, a weekend even, been taken out a lot. So let's see if he can push his way back up to the front and possibly even win it.
Yeah, definitely. Griffin Hinwisa, one of the favorites going into this event, setting purples and purples throughout all the practice sessions. I'm definitely excited to see him up there as well. Yeah, next up is Liam Gill, starting from P18, that should be. The driver who told us that he had, I think, turkey it was, for breakfast yesterday.
Straight turkey.
Straight turkey. Let's see what he had this time. Maybe a little booster to get maybe inside the top 10.
Maybe a little bit of a jam with turkey this time.
Yeah, definitely.
Then in 17th we have Kingston Himes, another one who's honestly a bit of a dark horse. He's been very quick for the whole event. He's been consistently right at the top. He's been avoiding carnage until that last race, which was unfortunately for him terrible, as he just got taken out really close to the end. He was doing so well. I think he made it up to third, if I'm correct, and then it just all fell apart from there. But
yeah, also sorry to interrupt. Also one of the underdogs, I would say. He's part of the AB competition team, a fairly new team in KRP, but they've shown quite a good presence, being almost consistently inside the top 10 throughout this whole event. Also winning some NA races. So let's see what Kingston Himes and Aaron Bobano can do all together. Then up next is Morgan Cooney. Morgan Cooney, also probably more consistent. Hasn't been that much at the front, but also not at the back. So he's starting respectively from, I think that is P16, if I'm correct.
Yes, that is 16th. Yeah, 16th. Yeah, I think he's got a chance. He's just been consistently avoiding carnage around the middle of the pack, obviously until that last one. A lot of those around the middle of the pack did have a bit of a nightmare with that start. That was a crazy start. A lot of people got taken out, but I think he's got a chance. However, going into 15th, we have Leighton Kelly. If I'm correct in thinking this, yes, he was our last man to come out of the pre-final. After a shot penalty, he made his way up into LCQ. He made it into fourth in the LCQ, promoting him to the pre-final. And honestly, his pace hasn't been terrible. I think if he can put it together, he has a chance of a solid top 10, top 5 kind of positions.
100%. He's in a good starting spot for the final. Has worked himself up the field. And if he's able to make this kind of performance within 12 or 13 laps, let's see what he can do within 19 laps for the final. Right, next up, Alphonse Kivi, last year's world champion. So he has been having some major issues for this race and for this whole event. He was certainly up there, but I think, chaos and crashes have put him back a couple spots. But he's starting from P14, if I'm not mistaken, and also driver for 7L Performance, and he has also proven to be a very quick driver in other events such as the OKL World Championship,
which I think he won in 2023. He's won Euro Series, obviously won last year's World Finals. I think he nearly won this year's KZ Finals, if I'm correct in thinking that. Can't quite remember. He nearly won that. Big shame on him. So Alphonse has just kind of been battered around this event, but if there's anyone further back who has a very strong chance of winning, it's Alphonse. He always pulls it out the bag. Now, pulling up into 13th, best number, my race number, we have Leo Steed. He's been quite consistent again, just kind of middle in the pack. I reckon he's got a chance again of pushing it into top 10 if he can avoid the carnage, maybe even top 5 again, like most drivers. he's got some pace. He's very consistent, and I think if it all goes well for him, he could pull out a good result.
I definitely agree. Right, let's move on. P12, Anton Karlander. And I would call him the leader of the Swedish KRP revolution. Decent pace, very consistent, always up there when needed. Sometimes, of course, not being as lucky as others, but P12 is definitely a very good starting position.
I have to agree with that. He's been around the community for a couple of years now, and he's definitely got it in him to do well. Just like pretty much everyone has on the grid. But moving into 11th, we have Julius Carlson. He's been all right in the races before this. You know, not too bad, just middle of the pack. But in that pre-final, at one point he was running up in third. He had a lightning start, and I think he's just hoping he can carry that start performance back through the rest of these races, because if he can, that is going to be an amazing performance for him, because he just came out of nowhere, and putting it up into third on this grid is no mean feat. However, he did get taken out there near the end, which was a shame for him, because he was on track to do quite well.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen him when I was driving. I've seen him around, even as you already mentioned, in third, and I was quite surprised as well. So yeah, P11. Let's see what he can do. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to present you the top 10 starters for this event. We're starting with Lucas Freyden for the Switchback esports team, and yeah, Lucas Freyden, a bit unlucky, starting 4th for this pre-final. Good pace, I would say. He's a very quick and consistent driver. Also, yeah, with Anton Karlander, one of the leaders of the Swedish revolution. And yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do. If he can move up a couple positions, maybe even reach the top 3, top 5, I think it's realistic.
I think it's in him as well. He's, as you mentioned, Swedish Revolution. He's got it in him. He's proved to be quick in other events as well, and he's got it in him for a podium, I think. Maybe even a win. But now we move on to number 9, Mans Loof. Again, he started 14th in the pre-final. Wasn't terrible for him during the heat. Could have been better, could have been worse. Just kind of middle of the pack. But just like Julius Carlson, he had another brilliant start there, pulling his way up into 4th behind Julius Carlson at one point. Pardon me. And he kept playing respectable laps, fell down a little bit, not too far though, and I think 9th is very respectable, especially considering starting 14th. I think he has another good shot at top 5 as well.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on to Leo Larsen, and I have to say, Leo Larsen was a name not known to me prior to this event. And yeah, starting from, I think, P8 that is. Yeah. Massive or very good performance, I have to say, considering this kind of grid, this close in terms of lap times. Very, very good. He can be very, very proud of himself. And yeah, best of luck.
Yeah, that's agree there. Not really heard the name before, but he's proven himself to be quite good this event. And now moving on to our driver in, I think that's 7th, of Oscar Paulsberg. Another one very well known in the community. Another very quick driver. He's been fairly high in this event this weekend, and he's got it in him easily for a podium. He knows his way around this game and these karts, so I think he should be on for a good one today.
Yeah, Oscar Paulsberg is definitely one of the favorites coming to this event as well. Very quick driver, is always there, even when not expected. A lot of pace is definitely there. He can prove, or he has proven that he's one of the best drivers in KRP multiple times in OKL events, SKM events, WSS events. So I'm definitely excited what he can do. All right, P6, Aaron Wieder. Now, from P21 to P6, so from winning the LCQ to now scratching on the top 5 is definitely impressive. and I'm definitely excited. He's carrying his team Esmia Racing in this World Championship. So yeah, it's going to be exciting what he can do in his machinery.
I have to agree there. He had a brilliant performance during the heat, but just in both races just got taken out, which is a massive shame for him considering his pace. But he's got it in him to win, Weeder. He's really got the pace this weekend, and I think, assuming he doesn't get taken out there, just like in the pre-final, and he can actually make it through, he'll do quite well. He's definitely in it. But now moving up to 5th, we have Frederick Ravenkild. Another very well-known name in the community. Very quick driver. He really knows his way around the game. He's been very high all day and yesterday as well. And he's definitely got a good shot at this today. I think if there's anyone who's a little bit more of a surprise, I think Ravenkild might be it.
Yeah, 100%. I think Frederick has been off KRP for a couple months, and came back a couple months ago. Didn't have the best time, I would say. I think he was in the last chance qualifiers for the KZ Worlds, and I do believe he didn't make it. Starting P5 is definitely a very good step, very good achievement, and definitely very, very excited what he can do. And now I would like to present P4, which is no one less than Kai Newman, and he is quick. He is very, very quick. Yesterday, being the closest, I should say, to Alex O'Grady here, a driver from 7L Performance esports team, and yeah, definitely one of the favorites for this final. One of the fastest overall as well. So let's see what he can do.
Yes, I have to agree there again. Also proven in real life, very quick driver in person, done quite well in Daniel Ricciardo series, now doing Rotax, if I'm correct, with Ultimate R in the UK, and let's see if he can translate some real life success into the game, as he has been doing so far this weekend. But now we move on to our driver in 3rd of Kyle Kristen Tukru. Very quick, very, very quick. He's had some terrible luck this weekend so far, but he managed to make it work in the LCQ, finishing 2nd, moving his way up through the positions in that pre-final up into 3rd off from the LCQ. That is possibly the most impressive drive I think we've seen today. That is, he can clap himself on the back even if it doesn't go so well in the final, because that is a proper job for him there.
Yeah, 100%. And you have to keep in mind, for this race, he is a privateer. He decided to go on his own, not being supported usually by roster coursers. And yeah, being able to perform this well definitely shows what kind of driver he is. And he's one guy to look out for this final, one of the favorites. And since I'm going to start 2nd, I will quickly present myself. Yeah, I start 2nd. I think, was pretty unlucky in the first heat yesterday. But yeah, 2nd place in heat A versus C secured me P3 for the pre-final start and P2 now for the final position.
Yeah, I mean, quite accomplished in KRP. Very well-known modder. You, as always, you got a chance of winning it. You've always been very quick in these events, and today you are proving it just the same after, I think at one point you quoted me about 600 laps of practice.
Yeah, something about that, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got a big shot of winning it, but now we're moving on to our pole sitter for the final, Alex O'Grady, another driver of 7L Performance who've been the dominant team this weekend, and O'Grady is very quick. He really knows his way around a car. He's very quick in real life, in the game. He's always been present, as long as I've been in the community, that is. And if there's someone who'd be a smart bet to put your money on, it's O'Grady. He's really got it in him to win it today, and I think if he can pull out another performance like the pre-final, he will win it.
Yeah, definitely. Alex O'Grady, also one of the sponsors for this event this weekend, and also the KZ Worlds. We have been doing in the background a small giveaway, and yeah, he's been offering for this event to give out SKM series packages, and the winner was actually Frederick Wald. So again, congratulations. Yeah, Alex O'Grady, definitely one of the two titans with myself on KRP. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting show. The final, 19 laps. Yeah, let's rock it.
Yes. So I'd like to give a big good luck, A, to you, and B, to the rest of our drivers in the field. So let's get this final underway.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, all the guys that are watching, I think it's 19 people at the moment. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for supporting this whole event. It means a lot to me. Thank you to everyone who was competing yesterday, and as well as preparing for this event, making this possible. Thank you very much to you, Ruben, and to Austin as well. Yeah, enjoy the race, enjoy the final, and I will get ready as well.
Yeah, good luck to yourself. And for everyone else, we will see you when everyone's grinning up. See you in a minute, everyone. Hello everybody, welcome back to the SKM OKJ KRP World Finals, and here we are now getting ready to line up for our final. The grid has already been explained to you, however I will go over it again in just a moment. And this final is lining up to be an absolute cracker, as the whole grid is quick, and I think pretty much everyone has a chance at a win here. Unfortunately for Aaron Bavano, Kingston Himes and Timo Koopmans, they have not got off the grid. Well, just Aaron Bavano, Kingston Himes actually, not Timo Koopmans. They've not started and they've not gone off the grid. That is an enormous shame for them, as Barno was very quick and so was Kingston Himes. That is terrible news, really. Oh, there's a little bit of chaos in the grid back there. Interesting. God. Here we go, and away we go for our formation lap. Leon Rullet just pulling away a little prematurely there. But as Grady won't mind, as long as he gets to lead us away into our start. You can hear this is a bit of a slower formation lap. I think the 7-0 boys are just trying to keep everyone else's tyres a little bit colder. It's Grady there now putting his hand over the radiator, trying to get a bit more temp in the engine. Let's see when's he going to move back on Leon to take the formation. And that'll be now? Now. There we go, that hand back over the radiator as well, trying to get just a little bit of the final temp in the engine. Trying to make sure that engine is toasty and warm, so he's got peak performance for the start. Here we go, up to our last corner. Let's see what they can do. As, again, hand over the radiator again. Last little bit of temp as we come up to the yellow line. And away we go for the start of our final. Good start there for Liam Riley, across the line first, and Liam Riley's out of the race! Alison Grady takes it away into first, Carcas and Tuku into second. A little bit of chaos there at the back, not too bad. That's great news for Carcas and Tuku, even makes a little peak for a move, can't quite get it done. That's Oscar Paulsberg into third. That's terrible. Oh, full yellow, full course yellow. That's terrible news there for Liam Riley, who had such a good start, but just got taken out there, right there. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that one, and I have a feeling we might see him trying to go up the grid as quick as possible, as he's not falling down to last. And with the full course yellow, let's see if we can capitalise on that start. And let's also see if Carl Grayson 2 crew can keep Alex O'Grady occupied enough to even let anyone else in the battle. But I have a feeling Alex O'Grady might run away with this one, as he really is a top driver. He's just so quick. Get a hand over the radiator again. A little bit of temperature. The whole grid is now formed up. Everyone is actually in position. And we can now only hope for a clean restart for our 17th lap. Liam Riley's gone. Oh, sorry, O'Grady's gone. That was an incredibly early start. O'Grady just caught everyone off guard. Something tells me O'Grady, unless something happens, O'Grady's got this in the bag after that start. That was beautifully done there from him. He judged it so well. He just caught Tuka off guard while he was, you know, weaving around trying to get those tyres warm. This is exactly what O'Grady wanted, and now look at that gap. So yeah, 7/10. His hand's already over the no, it wasn't. Never mind, ignore me. Kind of insane now. But O'Grady's running with the wind. Have a look a little further back, as there is some chaos further back. 274 is off. Who's that in 274? That is Manzaloof. That's a shame for him, especially after a good performance earlier today. Yep, Alex O'Grady, look, ready for this gap, and boom, 0.9. I think Alex O'Grady, if he can keep those pace, he's won. But let's have a little look further back at the chaos, as we're now watching Kai Newman as he is on Oscar Paulsberg with Griffin Himmelstedt behind him. Griffin Himmelstedt's had a great start, actually, as he managed to put his wake up back up from oh, brilliant move there. Beautifully done there. Kind of just makes the move on Paulsberg. Sorry about that, I didn't finish what I said about Himmelstedt. Himmelstedt also goes in there on Paulsberg, but goes off track. There goes out Himmelstedt as he's trying to make his way back. Oh, he's stuck on the sand. I think that might be Himmelstedt's race over after what was such a good start after starting. I'm going to say 19th. Might be wrong. Apologies if I am. But that has allowed Kai Newman through, which means he'll be chasing down Tuku to try and claim second place. And now let's have a look at Lucas Fraden, who is on the back of Max Mason. Let's see, can he make his way through? Oh, little tap there, a little bit squirmy on the back. Max Mason now giving the old, you know, work together hand signal. But let's see if Fraden will follow that or not. Something tells me he won't. This final has already cooled down a lot for these, what's that? 12 laps left. I feel it's going to be a nice relaxed final, but Kai Newman is already closing in onto Crew, and I'll come back to that battle in a second. But right now, let's have a look at Jake Flewitt with our last year's champion right behind him, Alphonse Kivy. Let's see if Kivy can do anything to make his way back up to a podium. Kivy really hasn't had the day he wanted, I'm going to be honest. Well, weekend really. He's been so quick, as he always is, but the luck's just not been on his side enough. Are we really pausing there? Little tap there in the back of Flewitt. Not enough to upset him though. Let's see, Kivy is known to be a very aggressive driver, so let's see if he can make that driving style work, as he's now even closer to Flewitt than he was before. Unless there's some team tactics here, I think we're going to see Kivy going in now. No, he doesn't. He holds it. Oh, might have been good to go in, and he goes in. Beautiful move there from Kivy. Nice and clean, as Flewitt just lost a little bit there on the exit, and that put Rystad on the back of Flewitt. Let's see if Rystad can say anything about Flewitt's mistake there, or if Flewitt and Kivy are just going to push each other forward. Saying that, Rystad is also on the back of them, so it might be a train of three pushing together to go forwards. Oh dear! Jake Flewitt has been taken, well, pushed out, I think, by Rystad. As he looks away around the outside. That's beautifully done. Pushes it through on the outside. Kivy's still in first, holding that. Rystad falls back a small bit. And now Kivy and Flewitt, I think Fluid's just going to be pushing Kivy. He's even looking the inside a little bit. He's not daring enough to make the move yet, but he will. Now he does. Oh my god, Kivy loses it under brakes. And he gets even tapped there by Leon Rollet, who's made his way back up very quickly with Aaron Weeder. Oh, Rollet pushes Weeder out a little bit wide. Weeder hits the cones a little bit. And let's see if Rice has anything to say. He apparently does not. But now let's have a little quick look back up at our second and third place driver, as Newman seems to be catching up to Crew just ever so slightly, lap after lap. There we go. Only 4 tenths in him now. This has been a brilliant drive from Two Crew today. Pulling his way up from the LCQ into second in the main final. If he doesn't win, he can at least take that away. That is one of the best drives I've seen in any form of world final in this game. That is brilliant work from him. Let's see, as Newman is now right on the back of Two Crew, let's see if he can do anything about it. As Newman goes in immediately as soon as he gets close, little tap on Two Crew out the way, and there goes Newman through into second as Two Crew even falls back a little bit. That's shown there for Two Crew. However, third is not bad, as if I'm correct, that is, yep, Two Crew started third, and there's already about 4 tenths now between them, 3 or 4 tenths, and let's see if Newman can now catch up to O'Grady in our last 9 laps of this race. But now let's have a little look further back at Max Mason and Luke Fraden, who seem to be right on each other. Let's see, is Mason going to be able to send a move? Little tap there, he's really piling on the pressure to Fraden, who even goes wide there, but that'll give him a good exit to run away from Fraden, from Mason a bit even. My voice is going. Oh well. We'll finish the day. Both of them over the curb there beautifully, just a little hot. It's nice and clean racing from these two so far. And let's hope they can continue it as they're now coming on to our back straight. Let's see, this is the prime spot for overtaking coming into our third corner. It's where I've seen most overtakes happening, but no, not yet. He just waits a little bit longer. Still holding it there. I wonder, looking at the mini-map, Two Crew's pulled back in on Newman. That's a brilliant job from Two Crew. Let's see, can Two Crew get Newman back? As we have thought previously, though I've been told previously by the drivers, the slipstream around here is invaluable to be able to go quick. As Two Crew now right on the back of Newman. Let's see, is he going to make a move coming into our third corner? He already had a little peek. Let's see, is he going to do it? No, he doesn't. Holds behind on the brakes. Nice and neat there. Let's see, can he get a better exit than Newman? No, he can't. Newman pulls away a little bit, coming out of our third, fourth sequence. Coming out of our first hairpin, fifth corner. Coming into the sixth corner. Let's see what he can do. Two Crew again. He's just pulling closer and closer and closer in our midfield section. But he just can't seem to capitalise coming down the straight, which is a big issue, because that's where your moves are going to be made, down that main straight. Here we go again. Two Crew again right on the back of Newman. Let's see, is he going to make a move into this third corner? He's looking for it. No, he just still can't quite make it. I think being right on the back of Newman's messing him up, as he's having to brake earlier, which means he just can't quite keep with him. as O'Grady now has a 3-second gap as well. That is, I think O'Grady sealed the deal here as he comes around nearly to the back straight to seal off. I think that'll be 5 more laps until the end of our final. Again, look, we're going to watch Toot Crew as he most likely closes in, but maybe this little gap is actually better for him as, yeah, look, he's closer. Let's see if he can maintain a proper gap at the beginning of the straight. Let's see if he can send a move on Newman. In the meanwhile, let's go back and look at Max Mason and Luke Fraden, who are also another pair who are very close to each other. Both of them, they're still having nice, clean, fair racing, which is what we want to see. Let's see. Is he going to make a move? I don't think he will. As we're going to go back to Newman and Toot Crew, as Newman seems to have pulled a bigger gap away from Toot Crew. But Max Mason, again, Max Mason's getting closer actually. Closer and closer and closer. As Toot Crew, yep, a little wipe of the visor. Let's see, coming onto this back straight. That gap looks suitable to be able to make a move. Let's see, can he do it? Closer and closer and closer and closer. Let's see, coming into our second corner. He's really close now. Let's see, is he going to make a dive? He looks for it. Again, just can't quite make the move. It just doesn't seem to be working out for him. But his exit's really good this lap. He's on Newman now. Let's see, is Toot Crew going to be close enough to make a move? I think there's a spot to make it. It's now. Look, you can see him there. His nose twitched a little. He thought about it, but he didn't quite make the move. Here we go. We've got another corner coming up where you can make a move. He's right on him. Oh, again, little twitch. He's just not quite ready to send a move yet. As Newman's now even going a little bit defensive. Is Toot Crew too late to capitalise? Again, now coming down the straight a little bit closer. Is this a good thing or not? I would actually say not. But we'll have a look. Is he going to make a move? No, he won't. Again, he's just braking too early. He's trying to capitalise on the exit. But around here, it just doesn't work. You need to just carry speed rather than focus on exits. Let's see. Is he going to move again or is he not? Nope, he's still holding behind. Not long left now, Toot Crew. You've got to make the move soon. If you don't, they're going to be stuck in third. Newman is a formidable opponent, to be fair. But if we go further back, it looks like Fraden's pulled up on Paulsberg. Let's see if he can have a little say about what happens to Paulsberg. As Mason even falling back a little bit. But let's go to this pair. Who is our battle? This is our battle for second. Let's see. Is Toot Crew going to make that move? As they're both bouncing off the limiter. Let's see. No. Toot Crew again on the brakes early. Let's see. Can Fraden? No. Fraden still sitting behind Paulsberg as well. All of our drivers here. As Toot Crew even falls back a little bit. But our drivers here. Just that. Having a gap that close. It just doesn't seem to help. I think. In my obviously, professional opinion. That's the reason I'm doing the commentating here. I'm not professional. But in my opinion, I think having that small gap at the beginning... Oh! Never mind. Newman loses it on the exit. And then through goes Toot Crew. Oh my god. Toot Crew into second. That promotes Paulsberg into a podium slot. Now Fraden's got a little bit more to play for here. As he come into their second to last lap. Let's see. Yeah, that's not gonna work, Paulsberg. Fraden wants it now. Now there's a podium up for grabs. Let's see. Is Fraden gonna make a move? No, he won't. He's gonna sit behind him. Let's see. Is he gonna wait for the final lap, or is he just going to push? Man, so we got O'Grady, who is having a lovely time by himself. That gap, 3.4 seconds, really. That is incredible. Just pulling away, relaxing on his own. But let's go back. Whoa! There goes. I think that was Fraden's. Max Mason pulls through into second. Every single time I move the camera away, something happens. Third even. But every time. Anyway, that was Paulsberg going off. That's a terrible shame for him. As O'Grady now does lead us on to our last lap of the race. But let's go back as that's Paulsberg. Terrible shame for him. But let's see, Freyden looking down the inside. He's going to make the move there on Mason. Beautifully done. That's an interesting move into the first corner. You don't see that often. Let's see. Is Freyden going to go defensive? No, ever so slightly actually. He believes he's got the pace enough on Mason to pull away. As there is now a gap as he's slowly pulling away. But Mason does get closer. Better exit there. Mason's now on him. Let's see. Are we going to have a Freyden going defensive? Yes, we do. Very, very defensive there. Even jacking the rear wheel. But let's see. Let's also keep an eye on Alex O'Grady. Mason makes the move. Yes, he does. Into third. Oh, Mason gets bashed out wide. Freyden really wants it. He bashes Mason out of the way. I think that might be Freyden. No, that is Mason for third. But Alex O'Grady comes across the line to win this with a thumbs up, to win this year's SKM OKJ World Final. That was a brilliant race there from Alex O'Grady. 4.3 second gap to 2 crew in second. That was a... Oh my god, Freyden and Rystad there on that last lap. Little congratulations there from 2 crew. That was the performance of a lifetime there from O'Grady as he just ran away with it, really. That was really impressive there. I'm going to have to really give that to O'Grady. He timed the start perfectly as Leon Rowlett would have become to 4th. That is incredibly impressive, especially considering he got taken out on the start to the back of the field. But Leon got that better start initially, pulled away, but chaos happened. O'Grady pulled through and managed to put into first before the full course yellow. And after that full course yellow, he timed that start so well and he just pulled away. He just kept on going. That is an incredible job there from O'Grady as he, missed the way station. Pulled onto the way station. Little joke, he has a little look at the weight. All good there as O'Grady pulls through as this year's SKM OKJ World Finals winner. Tell you what now, let's move on to an interview with our winner, Alex O'Grady. I'll even give him a minute to cool down, will I? No, I won't. Right, let's pull into interviews now. I'll see you in a minute as I just set everything up for a second, and let's also make sure bloody Discord works. Right, give me a moment, everyone. Everybody, we're back here with our winner, Alex O'Grady. Say hello, Alex.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, there we go. Discord is working. Let's make sure. So, congratulations.
Thanks very much.
That was a relaxed final for you, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, I knew what I needed to do, and obviously, I never had Kyle behind me on the start, so I was worried he might try something, and I think he stuck his nose into T2, so that was a bit scary. But then on the restart, I knew what I needed to do. It's very easy to catch everyone out, so I just went earlier than I'd ever done before. But yeah, I think it was all within the rules. I didn't go massively early. I just went early enough so they wouldn't expect it. And then I pulled a huge gap, and honestly the pace was very good as well. I done a 56.9 on my own, which I think nobody's ever done. So yeah, I think the pace was really good. The race was a bit boring, but yeah, I done what I needed to do, and I'm really happy with it.
I mean, for you at least, boring's better than exciting because, I mean, winning by that with that dominant of a margin, I think it was about over 4 seconds, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it was. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's what you need to do, to be honest, because if you end up racing people with the net code and everything, it's very likely you're going to end up getting sent off and DNF. So, yeah, just being in the lead and driving off, that's what I needed to do, and I got the job done.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think anyone could wish for a better final there. So, I guess what was going through your head there, really, just through that final? Were you thinking anyone's going to catch up, or are you fully confident in your own pace?
At the start, I was a bit worried, definitely, if something went wrong, because that's usually when it goes wrong. But once I made it past turn 1, I knew it was going to be pretty easy. And especially after that restart, I knew I had it all hooked up because I knew my pace was pretty much the best out of anyone. I know Leon and Kai are also able to match me, but Leon unfortunately got taken out, which is a shame for him because he definitely deserved better. But no, for me it's been quite good. Yeah, I was just calm in the race, doing my thing, and yeah, I'm very happy.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to ask, what setup changes did you make for that final? Was it mainly just pressures or anything to make the car easier to drive?
Well, I put a bit more fuel in, which some people forgot to do. That was the first thing, and then I think going into the pre-final, I made one of the sides a bit higher on the tire pressures, just to give me an advantage at the start, because you want it to be as quick as possible at the start, so you can pull away. And then that guarantees that if you have enough of a gap, they won't get any slipstream. So yeah, I made the pressures a bit higher and a bit more fuel, but nothing really, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, it all clearly worked very well.
Mhm.
So now I've got to ask the big question, which everyone wants to be asked in one of these streams. Alex O'Grady, number 212, and this year's world champion. What did you have for breakfast today?
I had a fried egg with brown bread and bacon.
That might be the fullest breakfast I've ever had on one of these streams.
Mhm.
That's shocking. You're not meant to say something good. You're meant to say like,
Sorry.
no, that's
Something shit.
yeah. Well, you kind of ruined that bit then. No, that's a proper breakfast. That's lovely. That sounds nice. Was it nice?
It worked. It was very nice.
Lovely. Well, yeah, massive congratulations then, and I'll go let you celebrate now.
Thanks very much, mate.
Good job, and see you when I see you again, probably next year.
Thanks very much.
Enjoy. Well, everyone, that is the end to this year's SKM KRP OKJ World Finals. It's been a brilliant day of racing, brilliant weekend, really. I'd like to give a massive thank you to my co-commentator Austin for helping me yesterday. I'd like to give a massive thank you to all the SKM crew for getting everything ready, and of course, for me at least, my biggest thank you goes to Leon for setting up all of this beautiful stream stuff for me. You see that overlay right there at the bottom, set up by Leon. All of the beautiful transitions and screens you've seen have been set up by Leon, and despite how good they are, we are still working on improvements. For me, at least, the main one of which is finding some good royalty-free music. Anyone's got any ideas, let me know. Probably going to be elevator music next time if I can't find anything. So, I want to thank you to all of you in the audience for watching, and I will see you all next time when I see you. Thank you very much, and good night.